Hello everyone, DronzoRex13 here. The third generation Beyblade series, Beyblade Burst, started in July 2015 with a manga comic serialized in CoroCoro comic at that time. In April 2016, the anime started, covering the adventures of Vault Aoi and his friends with a 51 episode season. The first season has more realism to it, with less fantasy and more about building friendship and having competitive rivals, rather than evil villains plotting to take over the world with spinning tops. In my honest opinion, Beyblade is better off with the fantasy stuff, but it was good enough to keep me hooked. The characters were great and made me want to watch more. Sunrights, a division of D-Rights in North America, licensed the anime, took over for distribution worldwide outside of Asia. At that point, Nelvana didn't have the license to Beyblade anymore. The English dub was handled over at Ocean in Canada, which they paintbrushed over the WBBA logos, Baymall signs, etc. The dub itself was great, even though they did add stuff dialogue-wise. Overall, the dialogue was close enough to the original without changing much of the characters. Most of the characters retained their original Japanese name, with the exception of some names being shortened to avoid trouble pronouncing them. Some names here and there were changed altogether due to copyright issues or other unknown reasons. The original Japanese background music remains intact for most of the show, with some exceptions like the episode title screen or the next episode previews. Due to business decisions, any dialogue mentioning the names for Beyblade parts or even showing close-ups of the characters changing their parts have been completely taken out of the English dub. Some other edits, including Wakio removing his weights, have been completely taken out as well. Overall, the dub has been faithful to the original Japanese version. In April 2017, the anime continued with a second season called Beyblade Burst God, which got changed to Beyblade Burst Evolution outside of Asia. Beyblade Burst God continues the adventures with Vault and his friends in 51 action-packed episodes. This season has more fantasy elements to it than its previous season, and finally we get a villain trying to do what Beyblade villains do best: brainwash children and use them and their tops to take over the world. Beyblade Burst Evolution had a great plot, more action-packed battles, and Vault making new friends, of course. Ocean continued with the voice work and edits and stuff for Beyblade Burst Evolution. Their cuts at this point also involved cutting out laptop scenes where Kit shows the stats of the opponent's phase in battle. Now, Beyblade Burst is already on its third season, Super Z, known as Beyblade Burst Turbo outside of Asia, which is fixing to end the last week in March this year. This season, again with 51 episodes, features a new set of characters with Aiga Kaba as a new lead character. 2 years after the end of Beyblade Burst Evolution, Vault is the current champion, blah 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 blah. Him and some of the others from the previous Burst seasons make appearances. Vault and Shu have really big important roles they play in Super Z out of all the previous cast, with Shu appearing much later in the season. Beyblade Burst Super Z has been the most interesting out of all the Beyblade Burst seasons so far, in my honest opinion. At this point, Sunrights decided to switch studios and had Bang Zoom do the English dub. The dub for this year's season is a lot more closer to the original Japanese version and less liberties taken. While there are really no dialogue cuts at all, the same paint edits and Beyblade part stuff still exists in the dub from the previous seasons. However, the scenes with the characters adjusting their parts with dialogue in it aren't cut but replaced with altered video showing them adjusting the parts in a different way. Anyways, that's enough for me about all this. Now without further ado, Beyblade Burst Gachi, or GT for short, is going to be the newest addition to the Beyblade Burst series, and it will feature a new protagonist, much like how last season it was reset and Aiga was a protagonist. Not sure if Vault's going to be in this series, but yeah, the main character has changed yet again. But here's the thing. Rather than this new series airing on TV Tokyo and its affiliate stations in Japan, this is going to be original net anime, and it will air on the CoroCoro channel on YouTube starting Friday, April 5th at 4 p.m. Japanese Standard Time. Now, I have a translator, Blue Sun, who's translated some of the snippets from that magazine and that leak that was on YouTube. He says, the transcended Royal King S, a seriously new Bey arrives. With transcended Royal King S arriving, the title of the Bey World's Strongest has been reset, but even this Bey is just a prelude to the seriously insane Beys yet to come. Next issue, the biggest scoop of 2019 attacks. You've got to see it. Picking up the story from the legendary bladers Vault and Aiga, a new story with Beys that are seriously strong, intense, and fun is set to explode onto CoroCoro channel. A serious, well, the word Gachi in parentheses because like Gachi can mean serious. But anyways, a serious word from hero Marutti, author of the Beyblade Burst manga. In the manga too, Aiga's battles come to an end, and from the April issue, the new Gachi series starts. It's going to be a seriously heated tale that even newcomers to Beys will enjoy, so I hope you'll support it. And also, it seems that Beyblade GT for Gachi, the Nihon Seiki Romaji of Gachi, so that's how they got GT out of it. But anyways, tell me what you think on how long you think this new season's going to be. Like, if it's going to be a repeat of 0G, you know, it'd be like being 12 minutes an episode, or maybe even Bakutech Bakugan, how that was 5 minutes an episode. Well, hit me up in the comments.